Hey everyone, this is Brian, and I'm here with my March edition of the Movies of the Month. I know I did one probably about a week ago or so. The reason I'm doing this now is because I want to try to catch up so I don't forget about it. So anyway, my movie of the month for March is this one, Wonder Woman. It recently came out this past week, and I rented it, I watched it, I enjoyed it. And this is in the line of many DC animated features that have come out in the past year or so. As everyone knows, the first DC animated feature direct-to-video was Superman Doomsday, which was loosely based off the Superman Doomsday saga and novel. Then the next one was Justice League New Frontier, which was based off the New Frontier comic and novel. And then after that, you had Batman Gotham Knights, which was sort of a midquill between Batman Begins and The Dark Knight. Well, Wonder Woman here is an all-new animated feature. Each of it, like I said, came out on Tuesday, and it's basically like an origin story. It talks about how Wonder Woman came to be. It stays true to some of the elements, like how Wonder Woman's mom, Hippolyta, I think that's her name, went to the beach on a rainy night, I guess. I don't know if it was raining or not. It's depicted differently here than in the comic, I guess. Basically used her knife, or her blade, if you will, or a little sword, or whatever it was, to carve a baby in the sand. And then by slitting her finger, basically giving herself a little cut, caused the blood to come out, and put it on the temple of the baby, lifted the baby up, lightning strikes it, and the baby comes alive as Wonder Woman, as Princess Diana. Now, this movie is just like Superman and like Superman Doomsday and Justice League and Batman, is rated PG-13. The reason for that is just like those other movies, it has a lot of violence. As a matter of fact, even though they're shown in silhouettes, they have 2 decapitations in the movie. I'm not going to say what those decapitations are, but they do have a lot of violence. They do have people getting killed. They do have characters rising from the dead. Of course, you've probably seen that in TVY7 shows, but this is differently. But overall, it's a very enjoyable film if you're into DC Comics and into Wonder Woman and to any other superheroes. I'd advise you, if you haven't seen it yet, to go see it. It's a very good to see it, not to go see it, but to rent it and see it. It's a very good film. And like I said, it's got violence in it. I think it said it was rated PG-13 for violence and some suggestive material. Well, because some of the characters, like the male character, the male protagonist, Steve Trevor, kind of says some things like he tells Hippolyta, I think I can't pronounce her name correctly, Wonder Woman's mom, that Wonder Woman, Diana, has a nice rack. It's basically a typical PG-13 animated feature. Like I said, it's got the violence, it's got the suggestive material, as it says on the cover, but it also has a lot in it. Like I said, it has its violence, it has its blood, it has its decapitation, things like that. But if you are, like I say, a true DC fan and you want a DC movie to enjoy, just like you probably enjoyed Superman Doomsday and Justice League and Batman, Gotham Knights, and you'll enjoy this one, because like I said, this movie here is in a way, an origin story. It explains how Diana came to be, how the whole situation began with Hippolyta and Ares and things like that. And like I said, it explains how Diana came to be, how she became the ambassador, to the United States. It explains that her first mission there, taking Steve Trevor back, became 2 missions. One, to take to take him back, but then to stop Ares and Persephone, who betrayed the Amazons, and kind of bring that to justice or something. But anyway, overall, like I said, if you want a good action film, if you're a DC fan, especially of DC animation and comics, and want something that's true to what you've read in the comics, Wonder Woman is for you. And like I said, it recently came out this week, so it might be hard to get, but if you got something like a Netflix account, you might be able to get it. If your Blockbuster or Hollywood Video has a huge selection, you still might be able to get it. I was lucky enough to find it this past Tuesday and get it because I think there was only like one copy left. But overall, it's a very good film. I advise you go and see it, or go and rent it and see it. I'm so used to telling people to go to theaters and see something. But I advise you to go rent it and see it. It's a very good film. It's not like I said, it's rated PG-13, so it's not for the youngsters. It's not for like, 10 and younger or 12 and younger. It's for 13 and up. So again, you want a good film. It has a lot of action and adventure, like the other previous DC titles. This is the one for you. So that's all I can say for my movie of the month for March 2009, which is Wonder Woman. Again, I suggest and advise if you want to see something good, rent this. You'll enjoy it. So until next time, I'm Brian Walmer signing off, saying God bless, take care, and have a nice weekend.